In 1820, a group of merchants dreamed of an organization where ideas could be shared and books were of the utmost importance. Where Frederick Douglass, Mark Twain, and John Rollin Ridge, America's first Native American novelist, spoke. Where Edgar Allan Poe wrote, and where women were equal members. In 2008, that organization became the Center for Fiction, and now, nearly 200 years since those early beginnings, it is transforming once again. The Center for Fiction will open its doors in the internationally known Cultural District in downtown Brooklyn, welcoming readers and writers of all ages and from all walks of life. Under one glorious roof, writers will hone their craft and write their novels, books will be sold and lent, authors will appear and engage, and people will come together in beautiful surroundings to talk about books and ideas. Taking inspiration from the great houses of literature in Berlin, in Rome, in Amsterdam, and around the world, the new center will be a meeting place and a second home for New Yorkers who love fiction. Because doesn't every great city need a great home for readers and writers?
To be associated with an institution in New York, I don't think a lot of people really know the history of the center and how so many people from American history have been here and spoken here and associated with this. And so to be part of that legacy really means something to me.
Surrounded by BAM, the Mark Morris Dance Group, and 60 other cultural destinations that draw over 4 million people to the neighborhood. The center's 18,000 square foot space, designed by Julie Nelson at BKSK Architects, will place books and the celebration of story in all its forms at the very heart of this vibrant cultural area. Readers can now browse in the 1,800 square foot sunlit bookshop featuring not just the latest novels, but deep cuts from the world of fiction, including works in translation, beloved classics, and the best of indie presses too. The beautiful cafe will be a place for poring over books and meeting friends for a coffee or a glass of wine. Think of it as the gateway to all the center offers.
What I love about the Center for Fiction is that it is a literary salon, I think, for the 21st century, except that unlike most literary salons, anyone can come. Everybody feels welcome.
Next to the cafe, you'll find the state-of-the-art 160-seat auditorium with high-quality recording and streaming capabilities to reach audiences around the country. Dedicated in the evenings to showcasing fiction across many forms, during the day and on weekends, the auditorium will be filled with events, workshops, and programs for kids from kindergarten through 12th grade.
I think the Kids Read program is important because it allows the students to engage with authors and with the literature in a way that they otherwise wouldn't have. I didn't ever experience anything like this when I was in school, and I was a really voracious reader. I was really interested in things I was reading. I would have loved to be able to ask questions and get insight about it. I love being able to do that for the kids and be able to interact with them directly.
On the second floor, the reading room and terrace will be a warm and inviting oasis for busy New Yorkers. This floor will also have 4 times the space for lively discussion groups, seminars, and writing workshops.
The thing that I have liked most about my teaching experience here at the center is the feeling that I'm really involved with the community. It's a small group, but I get to know people intimately who have been often writing their whole lives. I have felt so encouraged and supported in a meaningful way. I mean, not just emotionally supported, but supported materially by the Center for Fiction and its programming.
In a corner of the second floor, the beautiful new writer studio allows 65% more members. Think of this as the beating heart of the center, the place where writers will create new stories in a sunlit space overlooking BAM and the new park across the street, in a building filled with books and the people who love them. As Eudora Welty once said, art is never the voice of a country. It is an even more precious thing, the voice of the individual, doing its best to speak, not comfort of any sort, but truth. And the art that speaks it most unmistakably, most directly, most variously, most fully, is fiction. We'll see you in Brooklyn.